Hey guys, it's Sarah. Okay, it's August, and I kind of realized I never did an August scrap chat, which I was planning to do, and then I don't know, it just slipped my mind. So I'm going to do it now. So I guess I'll just tell you what I'm kind of working on right now. So it's interesting because for August, I still have videos going up that I filmed in Florida. I filmed enough in Florida and uploaded enough that it's going to take me through the first week of September. So I definitely prepared for that. So now that we're here and I do have my scrap area completely set up and I'm back to it, I've been working on a few things here and there that I'm actually not filming, and I can talk about those in a second, but I'm not filming the process for what I'm working on right now. But I do definitely have, other stuff going up that has already been scheduled. And then I am doing my design team stuff, which is new. So those, when those go up, those are new. And I am starting to think about September more and think about what I'm going to be uploading in September because, I only have through the first week. So I need to make some plans for that. So I am kind of thinking about, okay, what am I going to be doing again on camera? That's the big thing. Okay, so what am I working on right now? Right now, I am working on transferring a 6x8 album into an 8.5 by 11 album because my 6x8 is full and I'm not done scrapping this topic yet. So basically, it's an album of all the places that we have lived in my husband's Air Force career. So each place that we live and each station we go to, I'm kind of documenting some fun things about each one of those stations. But my 6x8 was full and we're not done moving yet. And I hadn't included my last two places. So that's definitely something that I had to rework and rethink. And I decided to go ahead and do an 8.5 by 11 instead because I can fit more in those albums and I can still get slotted page protectors for those. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. And I'm working on, I have to kind of rework a few things here and there because not only am I going up in size, but, the page protectors have different sizes. So I'm kind of, needing to take, this was in a 6x8 album. So I have a 6x8 layout, but I need to put in an 8.5 by 11 sleeve. So I'm kind of working on that right now, which is going really well. I'm really enjoying it. I really like the stuff that I'm, the way I'm kind of transferring it. So that's been something I've been working on. Again, just not filming it. It's not something I've really ever talked about either as far as that project, but that's something I'm doing right now. And then one big thing that I did right after we moved when we were setting up my scrap area was I decided to go through my albums and kind of do some rearranging as far as my layouts go. So I used to do it, I guess, kind of by year mainly, but I don't scrap chronologically at all. So it got a little weird because, certain things would be in albums and it was just like, well, wait a minute, what year was that? And then I started thinking, well, when I think about something I want to look back on or reflect on, I think about where were we when this happened? Where did we live when this happened? Were we in New Mexico? Were we in Florida? Were we in San Antonio? Like, where were we living at the time? So that got me thinking, maybe I should separate my albums that way. Instead of by year, just have it by where we lived and however many albums that fills, that's how many albums it fills. So that's what I started doing. I just kind of rearranged them. And then, so now I have one. So for example, I have one album for when we lived in California, because that's when I started scrapbooking. I didn't have a ton in there. So I do have one 12 by 12 album for California. And then the next one after that is San Antonio. And I have, I think, one album for that one as well. And then we get into Tucson, and that I think has 3 albums. And then it just kind of gets a little bit more and more each time because I'm scrapping more and more. So that's how I decided to just kind of rearrange my albums a little bit. So that was kind of a big project and took a little bit of time, but I did do it and I'm very happy with it. And now when I go back and scrap some things, even if I scrap something that happened when we lived in New Mexico, I can go to the latest album in New Mexico and that's where I put it and it's fine. So I'm enjoying that right now. And then I actually did pull out a few not albums, but I pulled out a few pages where I wanted to kind of redo them, either completely redo them, or I wanted to just kind of rework it or add some things to it, just to kind of spruce them up a little bit because they were pretty plain. So I did do that, and that was nice. So I think I have like maybe 2 more layouts to do where I just kind of want to spruce them up a little bit and add some embellishments and add some die cuts that would go really well. Just things I didn't have access to back then that we do now, kind of help them, bring them a little bit more life to them. So that's something I've been doing. And yeah, so that's been kind of my scrappy time lately, is just kind of reworking my albums and going through and transferring, kind of reworking my 6x8 into an 8.5 by 11. That's really what I've been doing. And I have been doing my design team stuff that you will see. So there is that. Now, what is on my mind to be coming up soon is I want to start making page kits again. I have gone through all my page kits, which you will see all of them. And after those are all uploaded, I want to get started on more page kits. So that's something I want to start thinking about here soon, and maybe start filming them soon so that they're ready to go. I'm trying to decide what kind of starting point I want. I don't know if I just want to grab random paper or if I want to use paper pads, but I did paper pads last time, so I don't know that I want to do that. I'm just not sure what I want my starting point to be quite yet. So I have to think on that a little bit. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below, like good starting points. I thought about maybe like cut apart sheets or, just, I don't know what kind of starting point I want. I think the first time I did page kits, I just grabbed random papers and did that. And then the second time around, I did paper pads, where I actually completely emptied out like 1 or 2 paper pads and used those as my starting points. So I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how I want to work that yet. So if you have any suggestions for a starting point for making page kits, let me know. I'm open to anything right now because I'm not really sure what direction I want to go in. So that's going to be something I'm going to be thinking about and trying to probably start filming sometime soon. And what else am I working on? Design team stuff obviously will be coming up for Not Just for Boys. And I'm not quite sure what I want to start working on. I do have some albums that I'm thinking about wanting to get started on. I'm just not at the starting point yet. So, I do want to keep working on my Savannah and Boston album. And I want to get started on an album for Disney for when we went in 2019. I don't have an album yet. That's the only thing that's kind of like holding me back. I don't have an album to store it in yet because I want to get a red We Are Memory Keepers leather album, but I'm having a hard time finding it. So, but I want a red one because I have another Disney one from 2016 that's red. So I kind of want to keep that theme going. So I need to start looking for that. And then I want to do an album for Harry Potter World, which I do have the album for. It's going to be a 9x12, which will be different, definitely, but that's going to be an album all on its own because I have a lot to document from that. And then I am going to do an 8.5 by 11 album of Universal. So those are some trips that we took recently that I want to definitely document. However, I don't have any pictures printed yet, so there is that. But I do have a printer now. We have an at-home printer that I can be printing my pictures on, so I just need to actually take the time to go through and, organize the pictures and what sizes I need and all that stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of a project just to even get the pictures printed, but those are things that I really want to kind of start working on here soon. So there's that. And then I do just have random layouts that I want to do to put in my albums as well. So yeah, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to work everything. I haven't quite figured it all out yet, to be honest with you. So that's where I am. So I am at my desk, just not quite filming again quite yet, except for my design team stuff, but everything else is not being filmed. I'm just kind of getting my creative juices flowing and doing some thinking and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I am. I also need to get back to Project Life, definitely. I have decided not to film Project Life anymore. It was a lot to do it on camera, honestly. And I just kind of decided that's something I just want to work on without having the camera on. I just wanted to kind of, work through it. But Allie Edwards is a big inspiration for me on Project Life, and she just posted a couple, like April and May, I think, of this year. So that kind of got me going, oh, I need to get back to Project Life, but I'm still working on 2017. And I would need to do 2018 and 2019 and 2020. So that's how far behind I am in Project Life. And that's definitely something that takes a lot of planning on my part to even get ready to start putting the things together. So it's another big project, but definitely something I want to do. So those will be probably my off-camera projects that I'm working on, but I do want to get back to that for sure. And I also need to get my girls' school albums going again. I did post Layla's second grade year? Yeah, I posted that right before we left. So I did do that, but I need to do Layla's third grade year and Kaylin's first year of middle school, her sixth grade year. So that's actually a whole new album that I'm starting. But those will be on camera. I'll do those on camera for sure, because I know you guys really appreciate those. I always get a lot of really good feedback on my school albums for the girls. So those will definitely be on camera. I'm going to need to make some sort of master list on things that I'm talking about right now. So maybe as I'm editing, I'll write all these stuff down, because right now I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. So, yeah, but I think that's kind of just what's on my mind and what I'm thinking about. And, definitely want to get back to page kits for sure. Definitely. And, I have had some requests for a scrap room tour since I have a new room and a new setup and everything. So if you guys want to see that, I can definitely do a scrap room tour for you soon. I can definitely do that. So my room is completely set up. I would need to clean it up a little bit first, but it is set up so I can show you what my scrap room looks like now. It's actually like right around the corner here, but yeah, I can definitely do that. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Thanks for hanging in with me. Sorry, this was a little bit scatterbrained. I probably should have made some better notes. I like to just sit down and just talk. I don't know. When it comes to crafty stuff and all that. But one thing that definitely got me motivated was I took Victoria Marie's virtual retreat that she did, and that was a lot of fun. And I made a few layouts for that. Not as much as I wanted to, but I definitely did. I loved all her challenges and everything and the live streams, and I did one of the Zooms, and it was a lot of fun. And she has a couple more coming up. So I'm going to leave a link down to her blog down below. That's where you can find all the information for this stuff. But she's going to do a few retreats virtually in the fall. One of them is Harry Potter themed. Your girl's going to be at that one. Yes, definitely. So, ooh, that could be really good to start my Harry Potter album. You guys. Okay, that's motivation. I think it's in October. I'm pretty sure that one's in October. Okay, that can be a motivation for me to get off my butt and organize for that project. I do have supplies pulled. I have all my Harry Potter stuff together. I even have kits that go really well with it and stamps and all the things. I just need to print the pictures. So, and we can go from there. So that's motivation to get off my butt and organize my pictures and print them and get all that stuff going before that retreat. Okay, so that's happening. I just decided that. And yeah, okay. So that's definitely been motivation. I've been watching some YouTube videos as well, trying to get motivated. And yeah, so I think that's it for right now. Let me know down below what you guys are working on right now. Again, if you have any suggestions on good starting points for making page kits, let me know. If you guys just let me know, because I don't really know where to start for that. I usually need some sort of starting point. If I just grab branded supplies, it could be a hot mess. So let me know what your suggestions are down below. I really want to hear them. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for bearing with me. I know this video is probably a hot mess, but know that I love you guys, and I am excited to definitely get back to my desk and get my camera turned back on again and make some really good layouts and projects while we're here. So, okay. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.